absolutely. All right, well, we better get him on quick because I think he's watching a game with maybe a little bit of interest tonight. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I don't know anything about that. Oh, he's got the shirt on. Wow.
I mean, when you guys asked me what time do I want to come on, I was doing the math and like, what's the most optimal time when it'll go to halftime in the Chiefs game? And I could not have picked a better time. This
Yeah.
was the perfect timing.
I
Now the
said that in our
game,
I said that in
yeah,
our
the
group
game on the
chat.
other hand, yeah,
Matt, they say the epitome of mixed feelings is watching your mother-in-law drive off a cliff in your brand new car.
yeah,
Is that how you
yeah.
feel watching this game right now?
Yeah, yeah. Although honestly, like I was kind of hoping to see the Malik Willis from a week ago here tonight. We have just so that I'm like, let the Chiefs get a big lead, and then Willis can make some plays and feel good about everything. But he's actually looked really good tonight. They've let him do a little bit more, so it's going to be a tough second half.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. We won't keep you too long. Uh,
You're good.
Tell us about switching from football to basketball. What is that like for you? Like right in the height of the football season, and you're going to be calling Regent tomorrow.
Yeah, this crossover season is crazy. Like I was just looking at the next couple of weeks and trying to figure out, okay, like basketball, and you've got, assuming we get to call the Virginia Tech game and, all of that these last couple of weeks or next couple of weeks, it's going to be wild, but it makes it easy when you're sitting next to a guy like Naz, he's a pro, and I know he'll be ready to go. And man, just the excitement of this team. Like, fortunately, we get to be around him a little bit, so I'll try to catch a practice here or there when I can, just so I can kind of. It's not my first time seeing them on the court when they take the court against Regent, but yeah, man, so excited. It's a lot. It'll be really busy, but there's nothing better than calling a bunch of these games, and I think this team is going to be really, really exciting this season.
Yeah, Matt, we love Flame Central Podcast. We listen to it when it drops,
Yeah,
powered by
thanks.
Alcova Mortgage.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
and like, yeah, what's it like going from Joe Yock to Paul Nazigan?
I don't have to worry nearly as much about what Naz is going to say. With Joe, there's always those, and we've been around each other long enough now. He'll start to say something, and he'll give me a look like, "Get a load of this," and I'm just like, "Oh no, what's he gonna say now? Like, how's this gonna sound?" But no, it's a blast, man. They're both so much fun, and I mean, I don't know what it would be like to call a game with somebody other than those two. Really, I mean, they're such a blast to work with. They're so knowledgeable, and in the end, we just want to have fun and be entertaining. And those two guys do it at a really high level. So I'm sure. I think you guys talked to Naz earlier tonight. I'm sure he's
Mhm.
all fired up and ready to go. We were texting earlier, and so yeah, just can't wait to get to the gym. We both, especially early in the season, tend to get there way earlier than we need to, and just sit around getting worked up for the game. And so I can't wait to do that tomorrow night.
So, Matt, I know you are high on a certain freshman named Colin
Yeah,
Porter.
yeah.
Tell us what you've heard about him and how you think he could be a potential immediate impact.
Yeah, well, I mean, just from a little bit you get to see of him, like number one, I think you think, all right, freshman, physically, will the guy be ready? And you think freshman too, in the fact that he reclassed and he came here, he should still be in high school. So it's like, boy, physically, how will it be? Like that kid he's thicker than you think he is. And he's not, I mean, just bulked up, but he does not have. You don't look at him and say, oh boy, that's a freshman. Wait till we get 20 pounds on him, then you'll see. Like, no, he's sturdy. And so that's number one. And then the other thing that excites me most is not only do I think he's really talented, but he's talented in the ways that Liberty really needs someone to be talented. He can really handle the basketball, great passer, doesn't have to be a scorer, doesn't have to get his shots, but he's capable, a capable scorer. And so just being able to take some things off of Darius McGee's plate, because what were we all saying at the end of last year? We're like, man, did we, you asked too much of him? Like, man, he had the ball in his hands an awful lot. Like, can you live like that? And I think he's going to allow Darius to not have to do quite as much, and will also help get the Flames, I think, into their offense a little bit better, get some other people involved that may have an opportunity to shine even more this season. And even if he just takes away a few of those possessions a game where you'd see Darius bring it down, not much develop, kind of just pound the ball for a while and end up taking a shot. Like, again, when he was feeling it, you loved it. But if he takes away just a few of those possessions where he gets the Flames into their offense a little bit more, I think it makes him that much more dangerous. So I think he's the perfect piece to come in at this time with this team.
Yeah, and I think I hear what you're saying is that maybe that was a piece that was missing last year, especially towards
Yeah.
the end of the season. And Coach McKay will send anybody down there as point guard that has arms. So
Yeah.
I mean, you see everybody, bringing the ball down the court. But yeah, is there anybody in particular that you are looking for a little bit of improvement on, whether it's somebody big down low or maybe another one of those ball handlers?
Yeah, I want to see. I think the progression that Joseph Van Zant makes in his game is critical because we saw him as such a lockdown defender and such an athletic kid in his freshman year. But if his offense can take that next step, if he can be he doesn't have to be a great 3-point shooter. I don't know if he ever will be in his career, but if you can just be respectable with the jump shot, I think that opens things up and makes him so much more dangerous. Because you think about it, there are certain guys where you feel like you can't play them together right now. Like you would say, you can't play Van Zant and Warfield probably together because both of them, while good defensively, don't give you much on the offensive end. So like if you could see both of those guys really kind of just take that next step offensively and be able to provide just a little bit more on that end of the court, like that's a huge thing for me because you want Joseph Van Zant out there. You want him on the defensive end out there locking people up, but you also need to get more than 2 points, 4 points. Like if he can be a little bit more of a threat, we know the athleticism's there. So now it's just can the jump shot kind of progress a little bit. And I think that could be a total game changer if you get him to be a little bit more of a threat offensively.
Matt, who's maybe someone in the ASUN that you're looking at this year that maybe you're interested in seeing what they do this season as maybe a threat to Liberty, or even maybe someone you just kind of see kind of surprising a lot of people?
Honestly, I feel like the league is really a lot of question marks this year. Now, I don't know if you feel that way, but like I feel like so much moved on after last season that even going back through like the all conference list, right? Like, man, okay, yeah, I guess I could see that. All right, Carter Hendrickson again, okay. Like you just start kind of going through that list and you're like, I guess. But I think based off what I saw last year, and I heard Mayo say it as well, I like what Jacksonville's got going on. Like, not only is Coach Mincy seem like he is just really dialed into what he wants their identity to be. Like, they play tough defense. Like, they're starting to get some talent there. You're in year 2, right, with them. Like, so like I think that's the one team out of all of those that I'm really like, okay, they could be a threat. Kennesaw, I mean, they've come a long way as well, and they have talent and lift to them. I love their coaching. Lenny Acuff is an elite coach. I think I just don't know if they have the talent to match the Flames there. So yeah, I would say Jacksonville is the one team that I think I'm the most high on out of everybody else in the ASUN.
Yeah, my first thought, just looking at that graphic that Nick just put up and all the ASUN teams, of course, you guys call all the home games, but
Right.
I don't have any connection to the university, so I can say it. But I wish that Ian McCall would put a budget in for you and Nas to travel to every away game and just call those games because it's tough sometimes to watch those broadcasts.
Well, we would do it. We would definitely do it, and we're all kind of wondering, like, Conference USA, what's that going to look like for us? That's our big concern. Like, how many how does that change things for us? But we're more than willing to hit the road anytime. We would absolutely love to do it.
All right, Matt. Well, get back to watching your football team.
Hold on, I need to know from you though. No, Nick, what's the spread for tomorrow? Like your official what's the line? What are you setting the line in the region game? What do you got?
Oh man, they don't set lines on
what
the
would-
sites
I
that I
know,
don't
what
use.
would-
The sites
what
that I
would
don't
you-
use, but
Right. What
oh,
would you set it at? That's what I want to know. It's like I said, like 58. Like Liberty, like is that too much? What was it? A little over 60 last year? Does that sound about right? 58, somewhere like that.
85-24 last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this team's better than last year, I think. At least I think they're going to be better right off the bat than last year, for sure. Because last year's team, really kind of struggled those, like that Manhattan game. Try to remember that early in the season.
Yeah. Well, remember too,
59.
Yeah,
59.
59. Okay. You talked about the point guard last year. Like, remember, early on, we thought Drake Dobbs was going to be that other ball handler. So there was a lot of stuff happening early in the year that hopefully is not the case this season with this team, and you don't have to work through some of those things like Rich you had to do on the fly a season ago.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do Liberty minus 59. That's
the official number. All right.
That's the official number. I honestly I could see it more than that, but I think I think Richie's gonna work so many guys in tomorrow that's where it just who knows what they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish tomorrow either. So you kind of get
and that's
that too in those kind of games.
And it's one of those things too with Alabama looming. You wonder how much are they going to show? Like, how much do we see of a Colin Porter, for instance? Like, do they kind of limit him because just you don't want to show if you plan on using him a lot, you don't want to show that. So yeah, it'll be fun to see some of those other guys. Zach Cleveland, I'm telling you, he's going to have some plays this year, some wow plays as well. That kid is a big time athlete, so he's another one to watch, and wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow night we see a couple of those.
You kind of see him as do you remember now man I'm drawing a blank, Alex Smith, was that his name?
Andrew Smith?
Yeah,
Andrew Smith.
Andrew, yeah.
You kind of that build, is that kind of what you're seeing?
Yeah, I think he'll be a more of a threat shooting the basketball. Andrew Smith had a funky shot. I had he had a funky shot, if you remember that, but it was a huge, big time athlete. But yeah, when you watch Cleveland, like going back to his high school stuff, like he is a violent player. Like he's trying to tear the rim off. He's a big time athlete. And I know they even like him in some ways. Like we see Kyle Rode from time to time initiating the offense. He's a kind of underrated passer. Cleveland is. So I think you're going to see him utilized in a lot of ways, but yeah, he's going to be a fun one to watch this year too.
Oh, awesome. Well, Matt, I appreciate that info. I haven't heard enough about Cleveland, so it's nice to hear your perspective on him. Well, we love you. We won't, sugarcoat you too much up here tonight, but we are so excited for the start of the season. You and Naz do just a fantastic job, and Emily Austin as well. So I will look forward to watching you tomorrow, and hopefully we catch up again sometime later this season.
Definitely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And I think go Chiefs, right?
I'm not saying
I didn't expect that. Yeah.
I'm in for a good tomahawk chop every now and then.
Okay, appreciate that.
Yeah.